Hey, this is Morris Jackson. Just wanted to come back at you guys one more time and give you a word of encouragement. And, even though I'm overseas in Malaysia on business and like I said, just having a great time, I am still paying attention to the news and some of the things that are happening in politics. And, I won't say much on, what the incident with Donald Trump, and I don't want to mention it because, Facebook will shut you down. But I want to tell you to stay encouraged. These things are distractions. Remember to stay the course. You all still need to get out and vote. Don't get caught up in the whole distractions. And yes, I would prefer maybe to have a different candidate in other than Biden, but don't get caught up in he's too old, because Donald Trump is old too. The Project 2025 is real. The consequences of Project 2025 are very real. We all need to get out and vote as if our life depends on it, because it actually really does. Now, at the end of the day, I can tell you that God is in control, and no matter what happens, as long as you love God and put him first in your life, you will be just fine. Because the Bible says what? All things work out for the good of those who love him. And God also has never forsaken the righteous. So I want y'all to be encouraged. I don't want you to get hyperbolic and get all discouraged and buying into the hype. Do not follow after the cult movement. All of these things you see with the new VP that was picked, look, really, if you ask me, Trump has really showed his hand. Trump has really showed his hand in picking that candidate. That candidate is very radical. He's extreme right wing. And that candidate is definitely not a unifier, which is something I would have done if I was Trump. I would have picked a unifier. But anyway, I would have picked someone who was a unifier. And he did not do that. Instead, he picked someone who really just appealed to his base. So I think in doing that, Trump really gave the Democrats a gift. And I don't understand why he did that. The guy has gotten so many breaks. He just had his court case thrown out in Florida, which that case is a slam dunk. And if you notice, the judge did not throw the case out based on the merits of the case or citing that it lacked merits, because it actually didn't. The evidence was overwhelming. But she threw the case out, stating that the special prosecutor's appointment was unconstitutional. That tells you a lot about the case and the weight of the evidence in that case. So nonetheless, I do believe this case will go forward. Won't go forward before the election. That's why we really got to get out there and vote, because if Donald Trump gets in office, then he's going to make that case go away. So we got to get out there and do our part. If we get out there and do our part, this case will eventually go to trial. He will eventually get convicted. The evidence is overwhelming. This also plays right into the hand of the special prosecutor, because they're going to basically file to have her removed from the case, because now they have grounds to. She really played into their hands, and I know it doesn't seem like it at the moment, but really she also gave the special prosecutor a gift. Now she's showing her true colors, and she's already been overturned several times. So I believe that that is a victory at the end of the day in that. The incident with Donald Trump, could it give him some points and bump him up? Yeah, I don't really think so. I think just to the people who already support him, and it just pretty much trying to be nice when I say this, I think it just strengthens the spell that's already been cast over them. Many of us don't know this, and I'm going to actually do a podcast on it. But, MAGA is not a new term. If you look at the Church of Satan, MAGA is actually the highest rank or the level that you can achieve for a warlock or a witch in the Church of Satan. And MAGA, part of the definition actually for MAGA is he who casts spells or he who bewitches. And it's should not come as a surprise, because most of the people who support this man, you just don't understand it. It's like as if they're under a spell. Well, you are correct in that assumption or in that observation. I say all of that to say this, is that God is in control. Do not get distracted. Stay the course. Get out there and go and vote like you're supposed to do. Biden is not the ideal candidate, but he is the only candidate that we have. If they make a change, I don't know if they can do that. It's so late in the game. I would love to have seen that. Honestly, if Biden had just agreed to do the one term and stepped aside, I think that would have been the noble thing to do. That way we could have started a campaign for a more, I wouldn't say more qualified, because Biden definitely is qualified, but I just don't think he has the stamina, and time is just not on his side. Is he capable? Absolutely, I believe he's capable. But Father Time catches up with us all. Look, there are things that I wish I could still do, and I can't do them anymore, and I just have to concede that. That time has passed me, and I think for everyone, we have to come to that realization, whether you're the guy who delivers the mail or the person responsible for leading this country. You have to admit or concede within yourself that sometimes it's just time. And I think for Biden, what he should have did was just agree to do the one term to save the country from Donald Trump and get us to a place where we could put a viable candidate in place and keep this thing going in the right direction. So, but anyway, like I said, I'm overseas, having a great time. I am still watching the news going on in back in the U.S., but you guys stay encouraged. Don't be distracted. I know I've said that a million times, but I'll say it again. Do not be distracted. Stay in prayer. Guard your heart. You guys take care, and I'll keep you updated. Be blessed. Be encouraged.